We're starting. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Children of the Night Horror Podcast. We're a little late because we were having some technical difficulties, but we're good now.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yep.
And we have some stuff to do. We have some stuff to do, and we're going to talk about some things. First, Beckett, how are you?
Very good. Now that the internet's working for once.
Yeah. We were having a pretty hard time there for a while.
Yeah.
And so first I wanted to talk about the Don't Eat the Gum box that I'm getting. And Don't Eat the Gum is a very great box where you can really pick out your own movies, and they're going to give you a box full of great goodies, going from figures to cards to all that cool stuff. And the movies that we picked are Evil Dead 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Monsters, Phantasm. No, not Phantasm. There's 6, and I can't remember them right now. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. And is there anything going on with you, Beckett, that you want to share to the?
No, not really. Not much has happened today for me. So
yeah. So today we're reacting to the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer. Now, just warning you guys, we might get kicked off because of copyright, but the goal's not to. So, yeah, and I'm pretty excited over that. Beckett, before even watching the Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer, what do you think about them making a Ghostbusters sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife? What do you think about that? Are you upset about that, or are you
I'm not upset about. I'm kind of more scared because I'm worried about, is this going to be a bad idea? And is it going to add a bit too much for Ghostbusters?
Yeah.
But hopefully not.
One part that me and my dad are personally worried about is that they might make it political. And as in political, they might put some things that I don't want to mention on this channel, and the reason why is because I'm gonna try to stay on YouTube, and if I voice my opinion on here, crap. Sorry about that. Alrighty, so we're about to react to it, and well, whenever you're ready, Becca, are you ready to review this thing?
Ready.
All right. Let me share my screen real quick. Give me a minute here. And all right. All right, here we go. The Ghostbusters Frozen Empire trailer reaction. Here we go. Yeah, give me a minute. Uh-oh.
Okay.
That's never good when you see a dark clouds.
Is that a tsunami?
I
thought it was a tsunami.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Is that ice coming?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that kind of comes in the name though. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah! Here it is. This spring. Oh, there she is too.
The Death Chill.
No way. Oh, no way. I'm so happy that Bill Murray's going to be in it. Dang.
Ah.
Oh. Yeah. Frozen Empire.
The heck is that thing?
I like that look. I like that look of the ghost.
Oh my gosh. Okay, get that off there. That's an erupting loop. There we go.
I think it's going to be the marshmallow man of this movie.
What do you think? What do you think of the trailer, Beckett?
I thought it was pretty good. It was a bit. It didn't make a whole bunch of sense, but I liked it.
Yeah, I'll admit I've already watched the trailer, and actually multiple times, and the Death Chill. This is what it's gonna be. As soon as I heard there was gonna be a Ghostbusters Afterlife 2, I thought they were gonna bring Vigo the Carpathian back, which I would have loved.
He's like my favorite ghost.
Yeah, I would have loved Vigo, and if they brought Vigo back, the best thing to do would have a Janosch cameo for a little bit. But what everyone wants from a Ghostbuster movie, let's admit this, what everyone wants is for Rick Moranis to come back.
Yeah, I can agree.
I want him to have a cameo.
I wish Slimer would. I hope Slimer's in this one.
Slimer's in everyone. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, but after. So,
was he not? Basically, Muncher. Yeah, Muncher was kind of.
He was kind of that movie, but still, I wish they had Slimer because it's like the.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be great. It's gonna be a really fun. I think it's gonna be a really fun movie.
I think
I also love the red jackets they have at the end of that trailer. Yeah. The red jackets they have. I'm excited. They're already selling those. They're gonna sell those for quite a bit of money.
It depends how much money there are. I might be interested in buying one.
Oh yeah, I mean, I already have a jumpsuit and a proton pack. So if that's not too expensive, I will definitely get that thing.
You never have too much Ghostbusters.
Well, if Becky, you've seen my shelf of Ghostbuster memorabilia. I think you can already imagine me getting one if it's not too expensive. But you did notice the little cameos from people that we haven't seen before in the Ghostbusters, and I hope they don't ruin it. I hope they don't make it too political. I hope it can just be a fun movie. I don't think necessarily this is not gonna. I can already tell by watching the teaser trailer that it's not going to be as intense and as emotional as Ghostbusters Afterlife was. Ghostbusters Afterlife was a love letter to Harold Ramis. That's what I think of it, and I'm just excited over it. And I'm just you just gotta hope. What we do know is that it's not going to be as bad as the girls Ghostbusters in 2016. I'm just. I mean, hey, I am hearing rumors that Peter Venkman might die in this one.
Oh no! Please don't.
I hope they don't. I'm just hearing rumors that he might. The Ghostbusters 3 idea by Dan Aykroyd before Harold Ramis passed away was to kill off Peter Venkman, and I think they were going to kind of do what they did to Harold Ramis.
Yeah.
But I mean, we got
Yeah,
Ghostbusters Afterlife. That was a great film. I enjoyed it. Now this is what I'm worried about. Like, there does not need to be a fifth Ghostbusters or sixth or seventh. This needs to be the end, which is the same thing I said at the. I said there needs to be one more after Ghostbusters Afterlife, and that needs to be it. That needs to be the finishing.
Kind of iffy on it, but I thought Afterlife was like one, if not one of the best Ghostbusters. But I don't want Ghostbusters to be overdone because I cannot stand when movies just get like 10. Like they overdid Fast and Furious. Just take that. That franchise has been dead after the third one. So
I'm gonna be honest. I've never even watched a Fast and the Furious movie.
They're so inaccurate.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't have any motivation to.
You're not missing out on anything.
Yeah.
But I don't want to see that what they did with Fast and Furious happen to Ghostbusters. So
yeah, you can't ruin Ghostbusters. You just can't. And if you do, everyone's gonna hate you for it. So you can't ruin a great franchise that means so much to people.
Yeah.
And you just can't do that.
Yeah.
You just can't do that. I love they have Cool Summer, that song in the beginning. I love that.
Oh yeah.
And what every Ghostbuster fan is very happy about is that it's back in New York. I'm very pleased about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically the main part of this stream.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna talk about some things that we have figured out through me looking up things. First, what we're gonna talk about after this trailer that we just reviewed is Beetlejuice 2.
I'm excited for this one.
There's parts of me that are like, leave it alone.
I'm excited though, but I'm also scared because I don't want that.
Yeah, they're bringing Jenna Ortega into the series.
Yeah.
And I didn't like Jenna Ortega because she was so famous. I'm not a fan of really famous, and how much she was a big craze. And I never even watched the Wednesday series, and I was like, I don't even want to. I have no motivation to. And Jenna Ortega might be a good choice for Lydia's daughter. I like that they did that.
Kind of looks similar. So,
but I just hope she's not. Because what Lydia had in the Beetlejuice role was, I would not say emo, but kind of goth, which is kind of the same thing, but just a little different in its own way. But I mean, I don't like the idea of having a family of goth, because we noticed at the end of Beetlejuice that Lydia was happy, that she was more happier. She wasn't wearing dark. She wasn't depressed the whole time. At the end of the film, she was at a good place. But Jenna Ortega does not need to be a depressed, sad character like Lydia was in the beginning of Beetlejuice. And she was a great character, but then she was happy at the end. And I just don't think that needs to be carried down.
Yeah.
To Jenna Ortega's character.
And so Johnny Depp is also apparently to be in there, and I'm excited for this one because I always watched the first Beetlejuice, and I went I'm surprised Johnny Depp isn't in here.
Yeah, it seems like a Johnny Depp movie, but
I have speculations that Johnny Depp is gonna be the dad of Jenna Ortega, but that's just a theory though. But
that's actually a pretty good theory.
I don't know how good of a theory. And they say that Willem Dafoe is going to be in it. I don't know how to.
Willem Dafoe, what a legend that guy is.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if he's in it because I've heard a lot more rumors about Johnny Depp being in it than Willem Dafoe.
Well, his face is on the poster.
Oh, really? I didn't.
From what I've seen.
But they say he's gonna be in it. I'm pretty sure I looked up the cast and he was in it too.
Yeah.
But named.
Thank the Lord in heaven that Michael Keaton is still going to be Beetlejuice, and they tried not to get a different person because that would have ruined it. I don't think I would have watched it if they made it someone else.
Yeah. Michael Keaton just made that character his own.
Yeah, and it's the way Michael Keaton does certain movie, like the way his characters are, is everyone loves Michael Keaton's characters no matter what, going from Batman to Beetlejuice.
Yeah, and there's this one movie, it's not a horror movie, but it's called Desperate Measures, and he's like a psychopath in that movie.
I've heard of it.
In my opinion, one of the most underrated Michael Keaton movies.
I've never watched it. Do you know what I can watch it on for free anyway?
It's been a while since I watched it, but
yeah. I'll try to find it somewhere. But yeah, I'll check. I've never watched it.
It's good. He's like a psychopath in it, and it's like a really good like portrayal of a psychopath that he does, and I feel like it's underrated.
Yeah. So just from being two Beetlejuice fans and knowing, me and you know a decent amount of how movies work, I would say. Is Alec Baldwin going to be in this movie?
That's a big thing for me too, because I've been thinking about it. Because if you look up the cast, he's not in it. So.
He's not in it, but neither is what's her name? I can't. His wife in the Beetlejuice movie. Yeah. What's her name?
Amy.
Huh?
Gina Davis.
That's the actor. Is that the actor? I'm trying to think of the actual. What's the name of the character? I can't think of it. Well, everyone knows what we're talking about. Is she? Yeah. I don't even think she is going to be in that movie. I didn't see, because they have like a thing on Google where what the cast is going to be. Like, it's not everyone, but I mean, I really hope Alec Baldwin's in it, but 9 times out of 10 he's not going to be because of the charges he had against shooting that girl.
Yeah.
So that was a tragic thing that happened. But the next subject, and Beckett, I think you know more about this than I do. Terrifier 3. Have you watched the Terrifier films?
I've watched the second one. That's it.
I've not watched the first one, but they're making a third one, and it's going to be a Christmas. I hate Christmas horror movies. Stop making them. I hate
the only Christmas horror movie that I like is Silent Night, Deadly.
Yeah.
That and the second one. I'm sorry. The second one wasn't really 100% a Christmas movie, but I'm
a Krampus fan.
I kind of like Krampus. It's not my favorite, but
it's not a good film by any means, but it's fun.
It's unique.
Yeah, I like it. But we're not going to talk about Terrifier 3 that much because to be perfectly honest, I don't really give a crap about it.
Yeah, I thought it was overrated. All of them were overrated.
Yeah. Overrated. I'm just not gonna watch it. The Crow 2. Now, Beckett, you need to take this one away because I don't know anything about it. So, Beckett, take it away, and I'll even give you the full screen. I'll give you full screen. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here. You're just taking over the screen.
So, The Crow. I absolutely love The Crow. I love everything about The Crow. I love the acting. It's good, and there was an accident on there. But they say that they're going to make a Crow 2 or a remake, and it's going to have Bill Skarsgård as the main character, Eric Draven. And I think that is going to be the best, like, acting choice ever. Like, he
Yeah.
would be so good as the Crow. But I am, at first, because I heard it a few years ago, I didn't know how true it was, but I didn't care that much because he said that Jason Momoa was going to be the Crow.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
And, I mean, Jason Momoa and all, he's a great actor, but he doesn't. I guess when you put him in the makeup, it would kind of look like the Crow, but I don't know. I didn't pay attention too much. But then I hear that freaking Pennywise is gonna be the Crow, and I love that. But it still says that Jason Momoa is gonna be in it. So I've kind of speculated that he's gonna be Top Dollar, which is the
Yeah.
main bad guy, because he he has the long hair of him, and all in all he'd be a pretty good Top Dollar. I just don't think he'd be a good Crow. But
Yeah.
Excited for it if it does come out because it said it's coming out in 2024. But I'm excited for it. I loved The Crow, and it was sad what happened on the set, but I think it's gonna be very good if it's a remake. Because I don't care. I
It
mean,
is.
maybe a sequel.
It's a
But
remake.
yeah, I don't know because I'm pretty sure they did make a Crow 2.
Yeah.
But I think it would be very good as a remake.
I haven't even watched The Crow 1 yet, so I'll have to
You
watch
gotta.
that movie. I'll have to watch
It's
it.
it's honestly.
Yeah. Here, I'm going to show you something I have that I don't think I've showed you before, but maybe I have. So I'm going to show it to you on stream here. I'll be right back. It's only right there. Have I showed you my Creep Show comic that I have?
No, you have not showed me your Creep Show comic that you have.
So, this comic is based on the original film from, I can't think of the year it came out. But so this is every story that happened in the original film. It's just comic version, and even it has accurate. It has an accurate like drawing of the characters from the Creep Show, and just like here,
82 is when it was made.
1982.
Yeah, that's when.
That's what I thought. This does have quite a bit of foul language in it, so I wouldn't suggest this to an ordinary 5-year-old.
Yeah.
But I think it's awesome. I've read the whole thing, and it has the stories, the Father's Day, the lonesome death of Jordy Verrill, the crate, something to tide you over. They're creeping up on you, unforgettable tales of terror to haunt your days and nights. But yeah, this is great comic. Beckett, I don't know where you could get this. I bet you could get it on Amazon somewhere. But Beckett, I highly suggest that you get this comic.
Okay.
Highly suggested.
If you count Walking Dead, The Walking Dead as a horror movie, horror show.
Yeah.
I do have a Walking Dead comic.
Do you really?
Yes, I do, and I'm about to show.
Oh wow! Oh, is that Negan?
Which it also has a lot of foul language and is very brutal for a comic book. But a lot more foul language. It only has like I'd say 2 human kills.
Yeah.
Probably very few human kills. A few zombie kills, but it goes over Negan's backstory. where he got the bat and all that stuff. It's very good. It just drops the F-bomb quite a bit.
Yeah, this
Uh,
this doesn't say the F bomb necessarily, but it does say the GD word, which I'm not a fan of that at all. And it says the B word. I mean, if you know, this was made by like the film was made by Stephen King.
yeah,
And if you can tell by the picture, Dawn of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead, The
yeah.
Shining, Carrie down there.
The Shining.
So
Carrie and The Shining was really good for me.
have you watched Have you watched Carrie?
I have watched Carrie.
I've never watched that movie. I've always were like, maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, but never got to it.
I simply loved it because of the stunts. Because like I figured, like I was reading about like how they did it.
Yeah,
There's a part where like the school dance and like the whole school's sitting on fire, and the actor of Carrie, Sissy Spacek, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
She was just walking down the stairs, and it was like real fire. It was like almost just a few feet to the side of her. She was just walking down there, and she really had to do that, and she could have got burnt. And there's also another part where John Travolta, who I did not know was in that movie for a long time, just I didn't pay attention that much.
Yeah.
He's I'm pretty sure his girlfriend's actually driving because he's drunk. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I think his friend's driving.
Yeah.
So I the car, whatever, trying to hit her. Well, so Carrie makes the car like flip over. That stunt was like just so beautifully performed because the dude like made this whole mechanism where like he would her really quick, and then like he made like this detonator in it, and it would blow up like the car from the bottom and make it flip over how it did. And then you'd get out and set the car on fire. So
yeah. I'll say I've watched The Shining on TV before, and let me tell you that I've never seen a movie before that has so much controversy and theories. This movie has more controversies than any other movie I've ever watched or heard about.
I've watched quite a few movies with a lot of controversy and theories, but
that one takes the cake.
And I don't know how to I don't know what to believe. Because there's just so much that makes sense, and then they're completely different. So
there the picture of at the end of the Shining film where Jack Nicholson in the 1920s pictures in the hotel. You know that picture, right?
That's like the most controversial part about that whole movie.
So when he's doing this, okay, he's having 2 fingers down and 2 fingers up. That hints a very religious part, because if you look in the Baphomet, which is a picture of Satan, I don't like mentioning that crap on here, but I'm just saying that's a picture of Satan, and Satan's doing the same pose that Jack Nicholson is doing in that picture. So some think he might be a demon, a time traveler. There's many theories, and I think it's fun. I think they definitely did that on purpose, and I really enjoy it.
The theory that I believe most, now that you say that, the demon theory, I kind of believe that more.
Well, yeah,
I most is because that movie takes place in 1980, and that picture's the 20s, 30s, whatever.
Yeah.
These say that it's like reincarnation, and it just keeps on happening over and over again.
Yeah, I've heard that theory too. Yeah.
And then it just is going to keep on going until, whatever happens. But
yeah.
No, they say that it's just a reincarnation, and they keep on following the same story, just in a different time. And it all happens over and over again. And But in Doctor Sleep, the
Yeah,
whole
I was just about to ask if you've watched Doctor Sleep before. Have you?
I watched Doctor Sleep. I thought that one just took a whole nother turn, and if it was not related to The Shining, I think I would have liked it way more.
Yeah.
Because if it was not related to The Shining, because the whole story of like the whatever they do, like where they have like the smoke coming into, I thought that just did not make a lot of sense in the Shining movie because they make like no reference to it in the first one.
Yeah.
And it would have been a lot better if it was just like a separate like a separate thing that had no relation to the Shining.
Yeah.
No mention of anything like of Shining. It didn't even show the hotel. Like it said nothing about it.
Doctor Sleep is I don't I've never watched it, but I can say that it I know what the premise is about. It's about that guy's son, right? The guy, the kid's son. Okay. And the same thing happens to him as what happened to his father, correct?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. So I like that premise. I like that idea.
Yeah.
If I could go off topic real quick, there's a little thing on here that's showing that we have 1 bar of internet on here. I don't know if that means the internet is not good on here. I don't know what that means. If you guys, I heard my mom sent me a message that the comments weren't working. So if you guys can send a comment, go ahead and post a comment to see if we're working just fine. That would be some help there. But yeah, I have to ask you, have you watched Night of the Living Dead? The first original one, black and white.
I can never I don't know. I just never thought to watch it. But I've heard a lot of good things from it. So
it's a George Romero film. Let me tell you, this film is Walking Dead before The Walking Dead, and this movie I think is a true masterpiece in horror history. And George, a person who constantly joins my Instagram live stream, Send More Paramedics. He's awesome. Actually owns a poster that's signed by John Carpenter and George A. Romero.
That is awesome.
Met both of them too.
When was that movie made? Do you know?
Here, I'll look it up. It was made in 1968, but they made a remake, and that wasn't too bad. It was actually 1968, October 1st. It's when it came out.
I thought it was made in the 50s, 40s.
Yeah. It's a great film, and I love it. And I really didn't the months have been going by so fast that I haven't really had much time to watch any good horror movies or any Christmas movies because the months are going by so fast. I will say that I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I really, that month was a Freddy month, if you will. Charlie, put it. I watched basically all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies that were good.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to watch Freddy's Dead. I'm not going to watch Nightmare on Elm Street 5. And I'm not going to, I watched Freddy versus Jason as well. And
yes.
I'm going to say it on here. And I'm going to be really honest. I hate this movie. I hate this movie. I only like the fight scenes with Freddy and Jason because I just like the gore and awesomeness.
I have to agree with that. I did not care itself.
I despise the character Lori. I despise this character. She is a moron. I'm just I despise it. I despise the movie. I don't like it, and I don't. I more than likely I probably really never. I mean, all I watched for a really long time was just the fight scenes, and when I finally watched the actual movie itself, I was extremely disappointed. Extremely, I didn't like it at all, except the fight scenes. There's so much blood and gore, and I love that so much. It's just great. I really enjoy it.
I feel the same with you. I absolutely hate the story. I love the kills though, and the fight scenes, of course. But I love the kill at the beginning where that guy gets like folded up in the bed by Jason.
Yeah.
I love the part where the dad and the son are like talking, and then he like shakes his dad, and the dad's head falls off. Like,
Yeah.
I thought the kills were great in that movie. I hated the story itself because
Sucked.
like to me it doesn't make a lot of sense
Yeah.
to like together two universes that do not take place in the same universe together.
And like, isn't Camp Crystal Lake really far away from Springwood, Ohio?
Yeah.
But then again, Jason figured out how to get to New York or Manhattan.
And space.
In space.
Yeah. Remember what a piece of crap that movie was.
I can't have it again. I love horror movies, but I have not had time to watch a lot of them. I can sort of have an opinion about Jason X because I've watched reviews, I've watched clips, and I have a bunch of information about the movie. I just haven't watched the movie yet. And what I hear, it's a monstrosity, terrible movie. But you know, a movie that I love and everyone hates.
What is it?
Jason Takes Manhattan might be. That's my number 2 favorite Jason.
I don't blame you. I thought that one. The kills are magnificent in that movie.
I mean, you got Jason Lives is number 1. That's obvious. Jason Lives.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Then you have Jason Takes Manhattan, which was my second favorite.
That I think it's my third favorite.
Yeah. What's your second favorite?
I'd probably say the actual second Friday.
Second one. That makes sense. The potato sack head.
And the first one, like, this one, people are going to hate me for saying this, but the first one is my number 1. Because I just loved the kills in that movie. I loved the story. I liked all the characters. Because there's always the few people that you just absolutely hate in a horror movie. And you wish that the killer in the movie would just end it for him. But that wasn't the case for me in the first Friday. Like, I really did not hate any of the characters or the counselors or anything.
I'll say this just to say real fast, and then you can continue.
I'm done.
The line in Freddy versus Jason where Laurie says Freddy hates fire and Jason hates water. How can we use it? That is such a dumb line. Not necessary. Annoys me, and I hate the line. And I'm so happy. I'm so pleased that they at least got rid of the line in the first fight scene with Freddy and Jason in the cabin. I'm so happy that they got rid of the line with Laurie saying, Freddy versus Jason, place your bets. I'm so happy they got rid of that line, and that never needs to exist ever.
that line movie just, I won't lie, is there really a need for this?
And the choppy slow motion, I hate. It's not slow motion, but it's real choppy, and they did it on purpose, and I hate it.
I thought it was first when Miss Pamela Voorhees dies. I thought the slow motion that one was good.
Yeah,
But
a part that I do like is how when Jason is walking through the cornfield and comes out lit on fire
I like
and
that one.
chops these people's heads off, and I love that scene so much.
Yeah, I thought it was very creative.
Yeah.
Besides that, did not care for it.
Yeah, I am more of a Freddy's. I do not like the movie Freddy's Dead, but I like the Freddy in Freddy's Dead.
Yeah,
Because I'm really a fan of all Freddys except the one in the Dream Child. I do not like the Freddy in the Dream Child whatsoever, but all the rest of them I like.
I'll have to look that one up. I don't remember that one.
The dream. You remember the Dream Child with the kid saying, "Teach me." I hate that line so much. I despise that film. I will say, the fourth one of Nightmare on Elm Street was great. I love the fourth one. It does not compare to Dream Warriors whatsoever, but
oh yeah, I did not care for that Freddy sticker.
Yeah,
See, on the picture that I have right now, it looks like human skin. It just looks like human skin with a bit of holes in it.
Yeah, I don't really. Can I have your opinion on the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street? What's your opinion on that movie?
I thought the kills were great. I don't know. I have a strong. I can't tell you because I don't. But I don't like. Can't really tell you though. But I thought there were parts that should have definitely been in that movie, and then I thought there were some parts that were questionable.
There was a bunch of parts in that movie that needed to be out, and I've learned by watching all these guys, as in CHH, which you're not familiar with, but you only know by how I've told you about them, and it's not Jackie Earle Haley's fault. It's the writing and everything else. Jackie Earle Haley was not the worst Freddy in the world. I think people I used to be a complete basher of that movie. And Charlie, quit it. And now I'm like, it's not his fault. It's the writing. It's the way I did not like the way they made him look. I didn't like any of that, and it was just that.
One Nightmare on Elm Street that I loved was Dream Warriors.
I think that's for everybody.
I loved this. I loved how Freddy looked in this one. I loved the kills in this one.
Yeah.
Story. I loved the return of Nancy.
Yeah.
I loved it. But what I loved most was how Freddy looked in this movie. I loved how he looked in this movie, and I loved the backstory. They kind of give him a backstory.
Yeah. Beckett, I'm going to be back in short of 2 seconds. Give me a minute. You're going to take over the show for exactly 5 seconds, probably.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I had to get my dog.
So, I'm looking at pictures of the Dream Warriors, and
yeah,
I remembered the one where Freddy's head just becomes like a freaking caterpillar. And I loved that scene, and I just saw this, and it said, "I fell asleep. Patricia and quit. Remembers all that happened."
Yeah.
And,
It was
like,
quite terrifying and weird.
I thought that's why I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
I liked the scene where she gets pulled into the TV.
Yeah.
Right here, if you can see it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I liked that scene.
This is it, Jennifer. Your debut on TV. Welcome to the prime time. Bleep. Great movie. Great.
But I the second.
You like the second one?
No, I hated it. I despise it. I hate the part, and this is mostly why. I mean, I hate the story of it. I just hate it. The only things I liked about that movie was how Freddy looked, the kills, and I liked the part where they like rip his shirt open and the kids are like on his stomach. Like, I know that's weird.
That's not in the second one. That's in the third one.
The third, yeah. I'm sorry, that's the third.
The second one, I actually, Beckett, you're gonna despise it. I like that movie.
I don't know.
I just don't like the part where they. I can't believe I'm gonna mention this on here, but I just don't like how they had the kind of gay part of it. I mean, don't get rid of me for saying this, but I don't like how they added that. I mean, you can see they're trying to make it like that, and I just don't enjoy that. If Jesse wasn't like that, because I'm only gonna say that word once on here because I'll get in trouble by YouTube, but I don't like that he's like that. I wish they left. If he wasn't like that, I would have actually enjoyed his character.
They just need to leave that stuff alone. Leave it a horror movie. No, just.
And especially the fact that it was the 80s as well, and they did that. Like, that was highly controversial at the time. Now that's completely regular. But back then it was very. I'm talking like this is not normal type. This is weird. It was not normal for them to act like that.
But like it's Nightmare 3, I loved the TV part.
Yeah.
I thought that was probably one of the best kills in the movie.
Well, Beckett, we've been going on for 47 minutes. So This has been a great stream. Thank you for everyone watching. And go ahead, give us a like for us.
How many?
You want, the highest we got is 3, which is better than 0.
Do you know if Mr. Hunt's in it?
Mr. Hunt might have been watching a little bit ago. But I think
if you are, I might. How are you doing?
This has been a great stream. Give us a like. If you want more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to us. And if you don't like us, then don't. Go on to something else. Thank you for joining, and we will catch you guys on the flippity flop. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.